Monday morning, first day of the challenge. Let's get it. For the day. So on EU, currently having a bullish structure on the 4-hour time frame. And we have a bearish structure on the daily time frame too. So for me, what that just means that I like to see price hold this level of support back to this area, and then you can see some continuation to the downside. We have the 4-hour time frame confirming that kind of bullish structure for us with the micro structure in there. So I wanted to see a nice pullback into this support. See price hold down the 1-hour time frame. We've already seen price hold these areas of supports. I think one last leg would make sense over here for a bounce up, for a move, a potential 1, 2, 3, hopefully. Like 903, something like that. Yeah. Heading to the gym. Let's see. Let's get the workout in.
I know say Loki, you make 6, 10 pounds.
Freights are still loading. Nothing yet so far.
Push-ups. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Niggas at 2 o'clock. And this is what it currently looks like on my charts. So initially we wanted to see buys around this area, a nice retest of this level of support to the upside. That didn't happen. We just had price continue bearish, and I was looking forward to see price have a nice level of rejection around this area for sales. We didn't exactly have that, but rather I'm seeing that price was able to hold other levels of resistance on the daily time frame. So this would have made sense to me more if we saw bullish candlestick all the way to tap this previous low or this previous support area. We didn't have that. Price broke above this area of support and somehow just started to fall off below it again. So for me, one thing I'll take into consideration is that this is probably the lower high formation we've had. Price has had the lower high formations. So I'm just looking to see if there's very same levels of resistance we had on the daily time frame, which is this particular area here, a resistance. If we have price hold that as well, and we can see that on the 4-hour time frame, it's a bearish structure on there. It's a bearish structure on the 4-hour time frame. So that just shows to say that the sales on the daily time frame is likely to continue. So a nice rejection of that area. We see price already had something like that, but for me, I know very well that these entry models are good entries, but then the price would only move at most 1:1 before a real nice pullback back into that area in a proper confirmation. Fibonacci level sale will confirm for you. This is what it looks like for me. So a nice low retracement back to these areas of resistance will be good for sales to continue to the downside. And if not, and we have a nice rejection of the same area again, then that will confirm for me how we would see price have a push to the upside again. That means we would hold this area of support and continue to the upside. So we're just gonna wait and see how that one goes. As you can see, the plan has been set on how we will take the sales, or what we want to see to take the sales, what we have to see to take the sales. And this is just proof of how it's like. You set a plan, but then the problem will be to stick to the plan. So we're going to do our best to stick to the plan and not do anything outside the plan. And that's how you are going to grow as a trader. So we just give it a little bit of time, and then an hour or two, we'll see what happens on the chart. We happen to have an overnight trade. The trade's running a range since morning all day. Let's see. You had price just consolidating in this particular area. You had price get really close to the stop loss, like really close. but we managed to just be saved. If I should wake up on Tuesday and see a nice rejection over this area, that'd be nice. If not, then price would just like buy off, retest this area, and then you see continuation. The first trade didn't go as we expected, which is okay. It's either a loss or a win. Yeah, so when I was taking this entry, I was a bit skeptical considering how we had just closed right on this level of support, but it happens. The times where I can still go through. Yesterday was one of the days where I actually didn't go through. You see price hold this area pretty well, very, very well, and then just have a break above through our sales, and that's okay. Man, it's Tuesday. So we have 1L on Monday. The account is currently down 0.5 hour. The first trade, I always use a 0.5 hour. So the Tuesday, I have one set up cooking. It'll be ready soon and we'll get the entry in. Bro, it's crazy. Let's see how it goes. Hey, it's Wednesday morning on the way to the gym. And yesterday we had no trades. There was no setup ready for us to take. Wanted to see shorts. Shorts didn't work out. Longs looked like it was gonna make sense, but then the long had no confirmation. So I'm just gonna go to the gym and then come back. So I'm up on the gym, and then there really isn't much to do on the charts. I've been looking for the past like hour. There isn't much. I have my alerts set, so that in case there's anything, I can just like see it and get back to it. I wouldn't want to be on the screens, stay on the screens too much, just being here. But let's do a little chart where I can see where we want to take today's trades to. This is where I go on the daily time frame. A very likely possible double bottom on the daily, but we have price holding above the previous low, the previous lower high. I mean, nothing so far. The best case scenario would be to take the forward continuation, considering how bullish the forward time frame is. That's the best case scenario to do, right? So just on the 1 hour time frame, low buys on this area of support all the way back up to this area of resistance. This entire move was not caught yesterday. There was not much we could do on that. No, not much entry confirmation that I would like to take. So yeah. So we're in on this buys longs on EU. So initially I was seeing entries way earlier, but I was able to exercise patience and make sure it looked like the best of the best for me to take. I already confirmed that this could be a likely reverse on daily time frame. So I just had to wait to see price break above these levels and then retest these areas as support and hold them as support. Let me take the pips out. So just a nice pullback to that area, and then we see price hold down. When I saw that price action, I like to see this candlestick and go particularly, but I didn't do that. Rather, we see price close below the levels, and also on the forward time frame, we see that price had a close below that area as well. And for me, typically, once I see price close below a certain level I want to buy from, like this, I wouldn't take the trade. I'll wait for further confirmations. So this particular first entry here, which would have looked like this, yes, giving me a 1:1.8. I didn't execute that because I didn't trust that kind of confirmation yet until I seen price sort of retest properly on the exact level I wanted to, and then I was able to get the entry confirmations on there. My stop loss right around this area, 7.5, targeting the fib highs of some level over here. Yeah. So just like these trades, I'm going to have to hold them overnight. Honestly speaking, I don't like to hold trades overnight, especially when it's like a low risk reward. Okay, 1:2 thereabouts. I'd rather hold long positions or overnight trades when it's about 1 to 3 plus, but it's what it is. It's what it is. So if you look closely, you will be able to see how this certain level of resistance held as support on the 4-hour time frame. You can see over here we have about 1 hour left on that candlestick. Hopefully we're able to maintain the bullish structure over here. That is what I'm looking up to. Yeah, the 1 hour looks clearly like it's holding. You can see the lows being held. You see price hold this block level clean. Yes, tap into it, push up like that. So we'll just wait till tomorrow 5 a.m. we see the updates on this. Until that, we're gonna see price have a nice pull up to the TP, or price on is like hit some certain level and then just drop. One of these two is gonna happen. But yeah, it's just Wednesday. Let's see how it goes on Thursday. And we hit full TP just around 1 a.m. It's dawn. Nice, no. Yeah. So I could see that just around the close of my session time, we had a strong push around that area, and I knew like that was it. Yeah. So we're just gonna wait for the next setup. Yeah, I look to see a continuation, more like price retest certain like highs for me, and then we just continue the trend. I'm gonna just go to the gym, and when we get back, we see what happens on the charts. And for the 4-hour reversals, I haven't gotten anything yet so far. We still have 1 hour, 26 minutes left on the candlestick. So it's more of like patience and waiting for it, right? But one thing for sure is also, we have seen the nice rejection of the bearish candlestick on that level, particularly this candlestick pattern of formation. It's a clear sign for strong bears, right? And then on the 1 hour time frame, it confirms that particular kind of structure as well. If I look deep into how we have had the transition, you get it. It makes sense, so much sense. But at the same time, we're heading towards a previous level of resistance that we want to see price bounce off. So it's more of, I took this trade and then exited. I just realized that I have to have more confirmation. Let me not just rush into it, because if it's gonna be sales, it needs to prove that it wants to truly go down. So I closed that. Lucky for us, just 68 cents, so it's okay. You can see like this, we can really focusing on being disciplined and being patient, making sure the setups I'm taking are in my rules, make sure that everything is how it's supposed to be in the system. The system will feed me. I believe that the system is what's gonna guide me through everything. Like, it has been tested, it works, so why not just follow the system? So yeah, I'll just wait for the 1 hour, 24 minutes. And if we're able to have a good close, I might get it. So I finally got the entry for longs. No more shorts. And if we were selling before, would have been cooked by now. Let me show you guys. Let me show you. So I found the longs on here. Like I said, the daily time frame buys confirmed how long term looked bullish just around this area when it's confusing a bit. But the 4-hour reversal didn't happen. They don't happen over here. But instead, we had price tap into that particular level where I want to see the retest on. We did that. If you look on the 1 hour time frame, you see we had that clearly tapped into that area, right? And then I see price also continue to hold certain like 1 hour levels it had already formed. Then it just looks that buys are in, right? Buys are in. This indecision plus this bullish confirmation on the candlestick. But one tricky thing is that we are still sitting right underneath this level, right? Just below that level on the daily, so I'm very careful on how price reacts over here. I can assure you that we can have a very aggressive sales down to this area and being drawn down a little bit. That's how I see it to be like. But once I see an engulfing right on this area, I might be out of this trade. And wait for tomorrow.
Look, I'm not going to lie. I didn't go to the gym today, but the exhaustion was crazy. I was super, super, super tired. So we're pushing today's workouts into tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I don't want to come and lie. Full on transparency. No lying. We didn't go to the gym today. And yeah, it happens. But tomorrow we'll make sure we make up for it. Yeah.
There it is. Right there. We hit the TP. Not exactly hit it, but I closed out. Like I said, if I see price like 5 pips away from TP and my eyes are on it, I'll be out. Get a nice bullish move to the upside. And our accounts are real quick. Yeah. Made 156, 1.5%, risking just 0.5%. So yeah, from today going, we're increasing our risk, but it's a Friday, so it'll be the Friday outcome, but I'll still maintain the same 0.5%. I raised 0.5% to make 1.5% profit. I'm meant to increase my risk outside some leverage, but every Friday, you don't want to trade on Friday with higher risk than the previous days and then have a loser. It just makes the weekend so bad. So we will stick with the 0.5%. Then next week, we start to do 1% risk on the setups. So it's time for the gym. Get the gains going. Workout complete. Back to the gym. We just ran on the charts ASAP. So we just ended up eventually hitting the TP. I closed just around this area. Yes, we ran through the TP and that's it for the day. So far this week, we have an L on Monday, no trades on Tuesday, a W and a W. So let's just see how Friday goes. The plan for today is I just look forward to see a pullback all the way to these areas of support, something of this sort. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna wait for. It looks like we're going to see more bulls all the way to this area of resistance right here. So I just want to see price tap into these areas and then hold this level of support, and then we see the bulls continuing down there. Would I want to take the sales from that area all the way down here? I might want to, but then this particular candlestick formation doesn't look like it wants to sell off yet. So I'm gonna be exercising patience. This week's video is gonna be very long online because I'm doing more analysis and everything. So yeah, let's just see how it goes. Whatever happens, you guys will know. I took a trade. I took long positions on this setup right there. And just immediately see some drawdown, but I'll just let it play out. That's the last trade for the day. We'll wait to see how it goes before the close of the week. That's 9 p.m. So I'll just wait to see. Not wait for the week. If you take a loss, it'll still be a W week. If it goes well too, then great. Yeah. So that was very fast. Like I said, risk low on Friday, so it's not a huge risk for the week. So we're good, still in profit. We're up 1.3%. That's okay. So that's it for the week. Next week we go again.